This is just going to be a walkthrough of the application of Ethers to demonstrate this paper by Bobby Pillay and Griffith University. So starting off, this is the application. So it's basically just a node application. You can see here it's running, and over here, okay, just starting off. So this is a demo of burn to claim blockchain asset transfer protocol. And the two things you're going to need to start off with is an Infura account, and optionally MongoDB. The results will get recorded in logbook.json. However, it's a lot easier to read and to do some analysis if you've got MongoDB attached. So if you don't, it'll just fail silently, give an error message, but it will keep rolling. So what you'll need is Node.js, npm, truffle and waffle, and optionally MongoDB. So once you download it from Git, let's create a .env file and just include these two lines where you put in your MongoDB connection string as well as your Infura key. And yeah, so once you've got all that stuff going, just do the normal npm install to get all the packages installed, and then npm start. Just with npm start, in settings here, so this is utilities settings, there is an option to deploy before it starts, and also before you run anything, if you want to compile a contract, the contracts are here in the contracts folder, and it's set up so that you can run a compile with either truffle or waffle. Here I've compiled with truffle, and yeah, so step one, once you've downloaded and npm installed, truffle compile, and then you should be able to just npm start. So npm install, perhaps truffle compile, and then npm start. And some of the settings, you've got whether to deploy or not. That's the deploying, the number of iterations, the number of transactions you're going to run, the send logbook to DB if you're connected to the database, token amount, initial amount. So the settings are all in here. That'll actually be in the settings JSON, not settings demo. Yeah. So here you can see it's actually running, and so I've got deploy set to true, so it's gone through and deployed the tokens and the contracts. It's done a pre-init setup, and I've been trying to put a sleeper in here, but I don't think it's timing right. So the first couple, there seems to be a signed transaction error, so this transaction is invalid. But once it's up and running, it seems to go okay. So approve, exit, add, entry, update, and it should just roll through that for 4 iterations, and then it should stop. Okay, so that's how to work it. Next, just to go through the setup of it, the structure, the architecture. It starts off with index because it's a console application, and what I'm doing is I've got a wrapper object, wrapper class, which you can pass all the settings for the Ethers contract that you want to instantiate. And it's down here, I've got just one simple run command where I pass in the name of the method to run. So method name and the arguments, and do a whole bunch of analysis on what's going on when it's running, and then capture all that in the logbook. So yeah, and the actual steps that run specified in transfer. You can see here all the settings are set out. So this is the instance that is going to be run. That's the method that's going to be passed in, and the arguments. So they all run up here. So it just loops through all those different transactions and runs each of them. So yeah, what else? So yeah, the result should be in logbook.json. So if you want to read this, just format document. Although I find it's a lot easier to look at this through MongoDB. Yeah, so that's the gist of it. So I'll leave it there.